Thanks, Gabe. I am with Michelle, Crawford Farm, with her husband, Al. And Michelle, you guys have come onto the scene with great clout, breeding, buying, selling, owning, racing, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it's been a fast few years since I've actually been in the business, and I think that we made some great strides at the sales over the last few days in increasing some of our broodmare lines in what we've purchased, and everything that we sold, we did very well, and I thank the trainers and the buyers that came and looked at our horses, and David Reed for doing a great job consigning them.
And it's an exciting time to be here in Lexington with the sale. It's a full day for you and Al.
It's a full day. I thought it was going to be a lot easier this time, not consigning our own, but we found a way to keep ourselves occupied shopping and going to the sale at night, and by the time we were done with that, we were too tired to go out. So.
But you made it over today to watch Rainbow Room, the top 2-year-old filly.
Yes,
and
Rainbow
we also
Room.
have Split the House and Homicide Hunter in this afternoon.
Yeah, we're excited. Rainbow Room's been nothing but a charm for us this year. We had her sister last year, and Rainbow has not disappointed. I think she's in a little bit tough today, but she's persevered so far, so we wish her well. And Split the House is on his way back from an injury before the Ben Franklin, and we are very excited to see him. You know, he needs a trip, so we'll see what happens today. And then our crazy trainer took Homicide Hunter's shoes off, so it was bad enough that he was coming out of the detention barn. We're going to take his shoes off now, so we'll see how that goes.
Well, that usually works here at the Red Mile. A little bit of bad news, though. Huntsville, who was to race in the Tattersall's Pace, has been withdrawn. He injured himself.
He's been withdrawn. It's a little bit bittersweet for us because, you know, we were very excited to come here and see him race. We actually got to the winner's circle with him for the first time in Hoosier Park. That was so much fun. And but he's going to the breeding shed for New York State, and I know that those details will follow soon, but we're pretty excited about that with our broodmares for New York.
And finally, you've become deeply involved in the aftercare for racehorses, which is something that needs help and needs looked after. You had a meeting here in Lexington just Wednesday.
Also bittersweet. I think I try to involve as many people FaceTime Live as possible. I want everyone to know what our efforts are. I think it's going to be a little bit good, a little bit bad, but we definitely have a direction with the USDA's backing, so I'm not going to stop, and we need to save our standardbreds and care about their aftercare and where they go when they're done racing.
You know, that's very noble because they do need help, and horses make a lot of money for people, and sadly, sometimes they wind up in the wrong place.
Yeah, and I know all too well because I usually get that call, and so I've just immersed myself in trying to save them from that horrific death. And I think if we educate people, you know, we can at least do something so that they land in a safe spot and let somebody else worry about the rest of it.
And finally, Michelle, when you guys get back home to New York, then on to Harrisburg and Breeders' Crown. You got a couple of Breeders' Crown prospects coming up?
We do. I think we even have a few supplements this year to the Breeders' Crown, so we'll definitely be making the trip out to Hoosier Park. I think we might be looking at supplementing Homicide Hunter, depending on how he comes out of the race today, and definitely looking at possibly supplementing Funkin' Waffles, my number 2 in the jug, so we're pretty excited about him this year as well.
Well, that sounds like fun. Thanks for taking a minute out of your busy day to come and talk on TV with us.
Thanks. It's always fun, and I just want to say on behalf of myself and my husband that we thought you've done a great job this week. It was fun to watch when we weren't able to be here, and I think Sam would be proud.
Wow, that's very kind. Thanks, Michelle.